Hi guys, welcome back to Finpact. Today I want to cover Chainlink. So we've seen the retracement in Bitcoin's price and lots of the other alts have followed. Now Chainlink has shown quite a good retracement. So if we look at the Chainlink price, it's up 20% in the last 7 days and it's down around 3.09% in the last 24 hours and the price is sitting at $23.18. If we look at the Chainlink graph, so we can see that I mentioned in my previous videos that we saw a pretty much downward trend, bearish trends. Whatever Bitcoin does, usually the alts follow, especially the well-established altcoins like Chainlink, DOT, ADA, XRP, etc. Unless there's some major news that happens that changes that up. So we've seen it go upwards. So this retracement, I believe, could be a dead cat bounce, which I've talked about in my previous videos, which is where the price goes up. It goes up temporarily. It gives people a sort of false alarm. People think that, oh, maybe we're entering back into the bull market. Maybe we'll see price rallies. Now, this may happen, but we don't have any guarantees. And I personally think we are currently in a bear market. And if we do see a bull market, it will probably be towards the end of the year / in the start of 2022. So I just want to show you the chart on TradingView. So I did some support and resistance lines of two possible scenarios. So this is the dead cat bounce scenario where, we see a correction, or maybe it goes up a bit more and we see a correction downwards. And a lot of people think we're entering back into the bull market, but really whales end up dumping and we go further down to potentially lows to even pre what we saw before the pandemic when it hit really, really low values like $8. So that is a possibility. Or the scenario that we all want, which is the price actually going towards the upside and smashing its previous all-time highs. So that could see a bit of a correction at this point here, or potentially a little bit further on. And then we see that correction and then we go towards the upside. And then that will, again, all be determined on the price action of Bitcoin and the overall bull market. Because fundamentals are great. Good news for crypto is great, but not when we're not in a bull market. I'm sorry to say, but cryptos are speculative just by nature. So even if the crypto is fantastic and they have huge developments, which is what Chainlink is having, we don't know if that will be translated into price rallies. So that's also something really important to bear in mind when you consider investing. If we look at the price we're at now, which is $24.25 roughly, that's pretty much where we were around January 15th, which is when we were entering the price rallies. People who got in here later would have really wanted to get into this price here. So I do believe we're seeing good discounts. And if you believe in the fundamentals of crypto in the long run, then getting in now will absolutely show good returns in your portfolio when we see the next Bitcoin halving event. Unless we see Ethereum flip Bitcoin, which a lot of people think will happen, then we might see this price rally even earlier than the next bull market. So I want to show you some fundamental news that has taken place in the last few days even actually. So Chainlink unveils crypto keepers and anti-fraud blockchain bridges. I mean, this is incredible because one of the biggest things we worry about in blockchain is the fear of being hacked. And keepers can do things like execute limit orders, liquidate under collateralized loans, or just remind a blockchain what time it is. Kind of like gatekeeping the blockchain communication. So Chainlink, which is the market leader provider of data feeds to blockchain-based smart contracts, is expanding its services to include decentralized off-chain computation, a job done by a network of node operators known as Chainlink keepers. Why does this remind me of Harry Potter? Like Quidditch. Keeper. Wait, is it a keeper? I have no idea. Am I thinking football? I'm not exactly the sportiest person, you guys. I'm not going to pretend I am, but side note, sorry about that. So Chainlink Labs is also standing up cross-blockchain bridges that come with an anti-fraud risk monitoring component. This is very key. A lot of the reason many cryptocurrencies have failed were the lack of security in their blockchain mechanism. We saw that with Ethereum Classic when it split from Ethereum, and we saw that there were those hacks, and now they're going to resolve that. Well, Chainlink is already providing the measures to prevent that. So this was only announced on Thursday at Chainlink's annual event, SmartCon. So Keepers is a kind of service layer to tell smart contracts how and when to behave. The feature is now live on Ethereum and being adopted by Aave, Synthetics, Pull Together, Banbridge, Bancor, and Alchemix. So what the co-founder Sergey Nazarov said is that a smart contract cannot know what time it is. and it doesn't have a conception of time. So if you want a smart contract to settle at midnight on Tuesday, you need a keeper. So these keepers will make sure the time is monitored when those transactions take place. So obviously the keepers will be compensated. These keepers will be chosen from the Chainlink's node of operators. So of course the keepers will receive profits or rewards for providing computation at any level of congestion or cost scenario. So later on they want to add more enterprise grade keepers to the network, like Deutsche Telekom's T-Systems. So one of the things I really want to talk about that Chainlink has been working on as well is their cross-chain interoperability protocol, which is the CCIP. And Chainlink has also announced a programmable token bridge that will be built atop the CCIP. And the bridge can be used to send tokens and computational commands to any blockchain network, opening the door to more advanced cross-chain applications, increasing interoperability, improving their smart contracts with that security measures and preventing fraud. All of this is good stuff for the mass adoption for the Chainlink blockchain. A key feature that Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol will have is that it will have multi-signature security. And this basically aggregates lots of signatures from reliable Chainlink nodes. They will also have a new anti-fraud network that will run parallel with the Chainlink cross-chain bridge. And this will essentially monitor every single signature, transfer, reduction, or addition of a node. So guys, this creates an additional layer of risk management and anti-fraud protection on the Chainlink blockchain system. So on PR Newswire, we can also see they have released an article regarding their cross-chain interoperability protocol. And I mentioned it would make it mass adopted. And it's already the world's most widely adopted decentralized Oracle network. So this will further that adoption and therefore rally up Chainlink's price, at least in the next bull market. The first committed user of the CCIP will be Celsius, and this is an industry-leading cryptocurrency yield-earning platform with nearly 1 million users and over 16 billion worth of total value locked. Basically, it's a pioneer in crypto earning and lending, and Celsius will use CCIP to enable exciting new features that would bring additional transparency and allow Celsius to better integrate into the DeFi world. This quote has even said that this will be the perfect way to future-proof and scale Celsius for a more comprehensive multi-chain DeFi integration. The more companies that integrate CCIP, the better we see price rallies for Chainlink. And gosh, imagine if we were in a bull market and we saw this news. Chainlink would be smashing its all-time highs. Guys, bring in the bull market again. I want those returns again. And we also have a fantastic piece of news that Chainlink has just recently announced, is that Chainlink will be delivering AccuWeather's forecast data on blockchain. So AccuWeather is a market-leading weather forecaster, and they have announced an integration with Chainlink to provide a live meteorological API. Sorry, I barely could get that word in. It's a mouthful. So it's a huge milestone for the weather industry so that they can provide high quality weather forecasts. Did you see that? That was just a fly that went by. My windows are open, you guys. It's so hot today. So blockchains have no capacity to make external API calls. So this means there's a need for an Oracle infrastructure to bridge data into blockchains so it can be used functionally by smart contracts. So AccuWeather basically has a bunch of APIs based on location forecast and current conditions, indices, weather alerts, satellite imagery, and these APIs are not only location specific but can provide very precise current and future data points like temperature, wind speed and precipitation, and wind chill. So all these different data points, Chainlink will basically give them the infrastructure to bridge that data into those blockchains. So that functionality can be used in smart contracts. And they've also said that this smart contract functionality can also be seen in agriculture smart contracts. So guys, by Chainlink solving this issue of security and increasing transparency through their cross-chain interoperability protocol, they are going to secure millions of dollars. Now, what I mean by this is that their CCIP will leverage Chainlink's off-chain reporting 2.0 protocol, and its node operators will secure around $30 billion for smart contract ecosystems through numerous Oracle services within its protocol to stack to scale the number of nodes it covers. Essentially, what this functionality has done is that it's opened up Chainlink to getting more Oracle services, and therefore they have billions of dollars worth of smart contract ecosystems within their reach. So just a day ago, Chainlink on their official Twitter said that they are announcing the Cross-Chain Interoperability Protocol, an open source standard for how smart contracts will interoperate across blockchains for both messages, commands, and tokens, allowing the creation of advanced cross-chain dApps. They can program these dApps to basically operate exactly how they want, using the functionality that CCIP will allow it to do so. Here's a diagram to show that interoperability. You can basically send messages between chain X and chain Y. Initially, this communication was constrained, and now with the CCIP, they can have that efficient communication, and therefore more interoperability, more mass adoption. So guys, what do you guys think of Chainlink? Where do you think the price is heading? As for price predictions, it's tough to say right now. In the event that we go back into a bull market, we could see 4x, 5x returns, maybe a $200 to $250 Chainlink, especially given the CCIP news we have seen. We can see Chainlink offering many more Oracle services. In the case of a bearish market, then we can see prices that we saw pre-pandemic, which would be, I'd say, around, it could go anything down to the $8 region. I mean, we saw recently it hit around $13, and if we see this being a dead cat bounce, it can fall further. So in the long run, absolutely, Chainlink can see $200, $250. It's not unheard of in cryptos. But again, you guys know, it depends on the bull market continuing. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button down below, also that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you get informed on the videos I release, which are time-sensitive information. I also have a Patreon where I post what I buy and sell in real time, any new finds, market sentiment, what my trading psychology is. You get a lot of one-on-one support with me directly as well. And I also have a link down below for WEBULL where you get 2 free stocks when you deposit your first $100. And those 2 free stocks can be worth up to $2,000. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.